Welcome to Mornings with Patty, in which I read from one of 6 daily meditation books. I share a particular passage for the day, then I give you my take on it. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, follow below. And I would also like you to hang on for a little bit because I have something for you towards the end of this. So please stay and listen for this announcement for our 31-day August opportunity. Pay attention. Today's reading is August 1, and it's something we refer to as there's no such thing as a geographical cure. Perhaps many of us had the thought at one time and another, oh, if only I could run away from all of this, I could start all over again. We think a fresh beginning would solve everything, that we wouldn't make the same mistakes again, and so we'd have a chance to be happy. Of course, we know this is a childish fantasy. The very idea that we can entertain such a notion should make us a little doubtful of our maturity, for we know perfectly well, admit it or not, that we'd be taking our troubles with us. We can't run away from ourselves. Isn't this clear proof that many of our troubles are self-created? Many of our personal agonies, self-inflicted? A big step towards maturing is to realize that I cannot change conditions by running away from them. I can only change my point of view, my own perception, my own perspective about them and their relation to me. And this can be done only by changing myself. Little by little, I can change my world, not by escaping to a new one with the same old one, but by making a new me out of the old one. So that's what we're doing starting today, August 1. We're making a new one, but we have to be aware of the old one that keeps showing up in a unloving way. And I love how this book is talking about changing ourselves to create a new one, because I've been working on this, like I said, this book since 1991, and I love that the work that I've been doing for so many years is culminating into this moment. So what I have a tendency to do, I don't know about you, but I have a tendency not to show up for myself. And what does that look like? I make a promise to myself, I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to go walk the beach, and I don't do it. Or I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to take my vitamins, and I don't do it. I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to walk on the treadmill, and I don't do it. I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to do my Kriya Yoga, and I don't do it. And each time I make a promise to myself and then I don't do it, that's abandoning myself. And wouldn't you know, when I look around myself and my life, sometimes I have people abandoning me because that's what I do to myself. And it's like really crazy. And so thinking that I can change the outside world when I can't even change me. If I think moving to a Caribbean island or moving from Baltimore back home, that was going to take away my problems, it didn't. Because I still have these things. So the first thing to do is look at the number one thing you say, oh, I wish I could do this. Just one thing I'm asking you to do. And you are going to determine what that thing is. And you are going to identify it, you're going to write it down, and then you're going to keep track of it for 31 days when you don't do it. So yesterday, for example, I had you list all the things that you do to show up for yourself, all the great things that you do for yourself, and your limitations. And you can see that for the most part, you do a really good job. And today, we're going to start creating something new within you by learning how to show up for yourself. I have a spreadsheet below, and it's already named, and you can look below for it, and you can open it up. You can save it to your computer I think it can be printable. If not, you can figure it out. But you're going to find a column, and that activity, in that column, you're just going to list one thing that you keep saying you're going to do for yourself, and you don't do it, and you're gonna do it every single day. So today I'm gonna make sure that I do my Kriya Yoga twice a day, and I'm gonna put Kriya Yoga on the task activity, and then August 1, when I do it, I'm gonna put a check mark, or I'm gonna put an X, and that's what you're gonna do for you. You're gonna find one thing Just one. No overachieving here. Okay? You guys need to like settle down and just focus. Just one thing. And then every day you do that. And you just put a little X or a check, whatever you want to, and just keep track of it. And then every time you put a check in, you get a dopamine hit. And then after a week, you say, oh, I can show up for myself. And then after 31 days, when 30 days makes a habit, you can start showing up for yourself. And maybe in September, we find another thing you could do. So this is my first thing that I wanted to share with you of how to become a new you is by showing up for yourself. And stop your bitching and moaning and complaining about everybody and everything in the world and focus on what makes you happy. Because, as I say, when we change ourselves into a more loving way, we change the world into a more loving one. I love you.